What's up, awesome family, and welcome back to a brand new video. Before the video starts, be sure to subscribe to our channel for daily interesting videos and make sure to turn on the notification button to stay tuned. Thank you and enjoy. The garage door creaked as she lifted it open. She braced herself. She knew her grandmother hadn't cleaned this place in 20 years, so she shuddered at the thought of running into a rat or a spider. The dust was made visible by the light, but once it settled, she jumped at the sight of an unfamiliar shape in the darkness. But this wasn't the silhouette of a spider. It was something bigger, and it left her shuddering for a couple of seconds. US Reddit user Origin has a thing for street food. She's made extensive trips throughout Asia and is particularly fond of Asian food too. She also likes to post images of her traveling adventures, but none of her past experiences had prepared her for what she was about to discover hidden in her grandmother's garage. The Redditor was asked to help clean her grandmother's garage, which was the least thing she could do. Her grandfather had recently passed away, and it was time to sort out his estate. Now, in the past, other Redditors have shared some interesting things they found in their grandparents' home, but none of these discoveries have come close to what Origin uncovered that fateful day. Origin was in a financial bind. She had put so much effort into studying, but had neglected her other responsibilities. In fact, she got nauseous whenever a bill arrived in the mail because she was worried she wouldn't be able to pay it. Now she had taken on the task of dealing with her grandfather's estate, but she had no idea that she was about to discover something among her grandfather's belongings that would be life-altering. Origin had no way of knowing that her life was about to take a drastic turn when she opened up her grandmother's garage door, but she was so happy to lend a hand and clear out the garage. She just couldn't have foreseen what her grandfather had kept hidden in there all of these years. Origin found it time-consuming to deal with her grandfather's estate. After all, both she and her grandmother had to sift through documents and roughly read each line. By the time she went to bed, all she could see were letters and numbers, but it made her even more anxious to think about everything she still had to do for her grandmother, which left her feeling restless. Worst of all, her estate calculations she made weren't looking so good either. Eventually, her grandmother's finances came into focus. Elaine came to the conclusion that her grandmother would end up in a nursing home, but she didn't want to give her the bad news. Instead, she tried to stay busy, but she knew that it was only a matter of time before she would have to tell her. Then, the day she dreaded came. Elaine felt a terrible weight in her heart when she woke up that morning. This was the day she would break her grandmother's heart. So, she headed downstairs and found her grandmother, who greeted her cheerfully, despite the fact that she was still mourning her husband. They sat together at a table in the empty house and ate breakfast. Then, her grandmother broke the silence by asking Elaine if she would help her clear the garbage for her. The garbage had been Elaine's grandfather's domain. He had always been secretive too, but when she opened the door, she wasn't exactly sure what she would find inside. Was it possible? She wondered as she read the words found on the back of the middle piece. Peering through the items, underneath a tarpaulin, was a long-forgotten masterpiece waiting to be discovered, and now it had been. But Origin discovered in the garage that day sent the internet in a tailspin. It was a 1982 LP500's Lamborghini Countach. Only 321 of these models were made. This made it one of the rarest cars on the planet, and it had been parked here, gathering dust for years. But there was more waiting to be discovered in the garage. She discovered a faded Ferrari 308 in front of the Lamborghini, which may not have been as impressive, but it was still amazing. Elaine was stunned. This was the same type of car that Tom Selleck used in Magnum P.I. So, this was likely truly expensive discovery, and someone would likely pay tons of money for it too. The Lamborghini Countach Elaine had found in the garage was a 500S model with a 4.8-liter V12 engine. In its time, it was probably worth anywhere between $4,100 and $5,100. But while the years hadn't been kind to the vehicle, the Daily Mirror claimed that the Lamborghini and Ferrari would possibly be worth around the same amount if sold together. Elaine claimed on Reddit that she had spoken with her grandmother, and according to her, Elaine's late grandpa bought the Lamborghini for his exotic car rental business in 1989. But after insurance costs became too high for him to operate the company, he kept the cars in a leaky garage for 20 years instead of selling them, and she's revealed he did not do that. When Elaine revealed her discovery on the Reddit thread, users wanted to rescue both vehicles from their confinement inside the dusty garage. One Reddit user even wrote, "There should be a child protective service you can call for cars. I'd adopt that baby and put some blood, sweat, and tears into making it a new good life." Elaine and her grandmother were struggling to make ends meet, but they didn't know that there was a fortune parked on the other side of their garage door, and it changed both their lives forever. So, if your grandmother ever asks you to clear out her garage, don't roll your eyes. Help her. You never know what luxurious lost treasures you'll find gathering dust in there. Have you guys ever found anything weird in your garage? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And until next time, peace out.